Today, I'm going to share one of the lesser known things that we all need to beware of when purchasing Irish sea moss. This is a must-see. Stick around. Hey, I'm Timotha, Lanae, indie artist, health enthusiast, and a mom. And on this channel, I share me and my family's journey to better health via detox, alkaline eating, and herbs. So if you want to learn more about alkaline living and how you can detox to support your body while it heals, make sure to subscribe and hit the notifications bell. I post new videos every week. Hello, my beautiful health-conscious family. This is video number 4 in my new series, All Things Sea Moss. And if you haven't already, make sure to go watch last week's video from this sea moss series after this one. In last week's video, I share exactly how to tell real from fake or pool-grown sea moss. I give a checklist of what to look out for when buying sea moss, because if you know what to look out for, you won't fall victim to purchasing fake sea moss like I have in the past before I educated myself on the telltale signs of pool-grown or fake sea moss. I'll link to that video in the description box below, and also make sure to catch up on all the other videos in this sea moss series, like how to make sea moss gel and how to make sea moss water, and also how I healed my acne scars with sea moss. And also subscribe for upcoming videos in this series, like gold versus purple sea moss and their benefits, and also where to get real sea moss, where I'll be sharing a complete list of online suppliers that sell real sea moss. I'm researching this right now so that I can share it with y'all, so we're not all left high and dry, because sea moss, let's face it, it sells out all the time and you can't get it from your favorite suppliers. So I'm going to be providing a list for all of us. Before I get started, please do give this video a thumbs up, a like, if you are a fellow believer in the power of my favorite superfood, Irish sea moss. And also if you've been enjoying this series, All Things Sea Moss, so far. Okay, so let's dive right into today's video. Sea moss buyers, beware. So what am I talking about? Isn't the only thing to worry about real versus fake? I wish it was, but it's not. Not only is there fake or pool-grown sea moss out there, but you also need to watch out for toxic sea moss. So I mentioned this in last week's video that toxic sea moss is actually worse than fake sea moss or pool-grown sea moss because of the harmful effects that the toxins can have on your body. Most of us are aware of sea moss and its benefits because of the late, great Dr. Sebi. I know that's how I found out about sea moss. And he shares the power of sea moss with us to use as a way to regenerate our body, to help detoxify our body. So the last thing that we want to do is use this powerful nutrient-dense sea moss that contains 92 of the 102 minerals our body needs. We don't want to be taking this and ingesting the minerals along with toxins. How do we prevent purchasing toxic sea moss? And what is this toxic sea moss and how did it become toxic? Wildcrafted sea moss that grows and is harvested from the Pacific Ocean. That would be sea moss from Asian countries like Japan and China. This sea moss, unfortunately, has been exposed to radiation. And this exposure happened because of Fukushima. And if you're not familiar with Fukushima, this happened back in March of 2011 after the massive earthquake that shook Japan. And believe it or not, I was actually there in Japan at the time that this earthquake occurred. Yes, child, the largest earthquake Japan ever experienced. And I think it was like 3rd or 4th largest in the entire history of earthquakes in the world. It was 9.2 on the Richter scale. I just happened to be there. I was there performing in Tokyo on tour. What are the odds, right?
I'm outside, and if my voice sounds funny, it's because there was just an earthquake, and I was sleeping when it happened. It was just scary. Oh boy, is this another one? But anyway, it's another one happening right now.
It was so scary, but praise God, he protected me, and eventually I was able to make it back to the States safely, and I'm here today to talk about it. But this massive earthquake caused so much damage in Japan. Also, the earthquake caused a massive tsunami, and this tsunami swept over a nuclear plant, and it caused damage to 3 nuclear reactors. This damage caused major radioactive contamination in the Pacific Ocean. And if you know anything anything about radiation, you know that even though it's been almost 10 years ago that this happened, it doesn't matter. That radiation is still there. And unfortunately, it's made the sea moss from the Pacific Ocean unsafe for human consumption, toxic. So where should you get your sea moss to avoid toxins? Well, the only way to be sure that your sea moss is toxin free and not contaminated with this radiation from Fukushima is to get wild crafted sea moss that is harvested from the Atlantic Ocean. So this would be sea moss that comes from the Caribbean islands. Yes, the islands, man. I've purchased sea moss in the past from Yaga Lifestyle. It's a purple sea moss that I get that works amazing. I talk about it in other videos in this series, so check that out. It comes from Jamaica. Just yesterday, I placed an order from Fruits and Roots because Yaga Lifestyle is currently sold out. So Fruits and Roots harvest their sea moss from the Caribbean island of Grenada. Make sure that you subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you do not miss my upcoming video on where you can purchase safe, non-toxic, wild-crafted, real sea moss. I'm working hard to compile a list for you guys and share it. A lot of times, real, wild-crafted sea moss sells out so quickly, and suppliers have to wait until it's harvested again before it becomes available for us to buy. So it's nice to have an abundant list of credible sea moss suppliers just in case you run out before your usual supplier restocks. Just remember that whenever you do order and receive sea moss, always use the checklist that I share in last week's video, real versus fake sea moss, just to make sure that the sea moss you receive is real, because some suppliers may have real sea moss consistently and you might really have had good results in the past and know that it's real sea moss, and then either management turns over or things change with their supplier and you receive a crop of pool grown or fake sea moss. So always use that checklist. Even if you trust your supplier, just use the checklist, look at it, and once you've gotten real sea moss for a while, you'll be able to spot the fake really easily. Watch that video so that you're educated to know real versus fake or pool grown sea moss. And also stay tuned for my video, purple versus gold sea moss, and the different benefits that they each give. And for those of you that are looking to adapt an alkaline diet, I'm excited to share my quick and easy recipe for Dr. Sebi inspired alkaline pizza or alkaline veggie flatbread. It's so simple and absolutely delicious. Make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that. All of these videos are coming up in the next few weeks, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you do not miss them. And if you are tired of being sick and tired and you want to learn about the power of detox, herbs, and alkaline eating, then watch my series, Detox Made Easy. There is so much information there that is just essential for reprogramming your mind and the way that we think about food and how to eat and how the body heals. So definitely watch that series, and also watch my complete Dr. Sebi series for more alkaline food recipes and to learn about Dr. Sebi products and his healing methodology. I'll link to all of these videos and all of these series in the description box below. Don't forget to join my Facebook group, Alkaline Living and Detox, for meal plan ideas, Q&A, and a community of like-minded individuals. And please do subscribe, like, and share this video if it was helpful for you and you feel like it could help your mama and them, your cousins, your auntie and them, Kiki down the street, Riri up the street. You know what I'm saying. You get the point. I am Timotha Lanae. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. God bless. And I will see you in the next video.